Hello and welcome to a new video on the channel. I'm Adam Ferns and this is my top 10 favourite flying beasts from Beast Quest. Now, what makes a flying beast is that basically it needs to have wings. That's it. Okay, so please bear in mind this is my opinion, so if your opinion is different, please leave in the comments below why you think that. Or, sorry, why? No. Please in the comments below what your favourite flying beast is, and we can have a good conversation down in the comments below. Please be respectful though, as not everyone's going to agree with you. So so let's get right into this. 10th place we have Larnak the Swarming Menace. Now this one is here for the simple reason I ran out of beasts that can fly. Comparing it to Larnak and the other beast which I was tempted to put on here, being Electro, I had to simply go with the one which I thought had a better fight along with better abilities. So even though I love Electro, I had to put Larnak here because it has better abilities and better fight. That's because it's not a starter book, so it doesn't need to establish the series, so that's what Electro suffers from. Moving on to 9th place, we have the most violent beast in Battle of the Beasts, actually. Hawkeye, Arrow of the Air. Well, I said this so many times after Battle of the Beasts. Hawkeye was the most violent beast here, because it was. With the great abilities that have been constantly tried to be reused since Hawkeye's release, it's always the original Hurricane creator, and I always liked it for that. Anything else to say about it? Its design is amazing, and as I said previous times, it was my favourite beast out of all of them. Then it moved down a lot, but it's still in the top 20. And if you know that Hawkeye was in the top 20, that means you know that these remaining 8 books are also in the top 20. So you have a good understanding of whereabouts they are. Actually, no, some of them are reviewed. Yeah, no, hold on. No, none of them are. None of them, I don't think, were reviewed after series 20. Just trying to check. No, they haven't. Ooh, okay. Going on to 8th place, we have Furno the Fire Dragon. Now, Furno the Fire Dragon is the original beast. I need to give it credit for that. It's the original beast, so everyone needs to like it. It has a good spectrum of abilities. Unfortunately, rather small fights, but it doesn't change the fact that it was a great start, so a great introduction to the series for a dragon. So yeah, moving on. Let's go to a better dragon. I'm going to get hated for that. Number 7 is Stritor the Skeleton Dragon. Now, I know what you're going to say. Yes, it has wings. It even has a picture of it flying. And it's essentially Furno, but without the flesh and scales. I just gave Stritor the edge because it has A, a longer fight, and B, better abilities, in my opinion. True, it can't disguise itself as a rock, but if it can blend in with the skeleton graveyard it had, and it can also disassemble and reassemble itself, so that's even better. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me today. Okay, 6th place, we have Cressa the Winged Terror. I had to actually check that. It's a great special in my opinion. It's in my opinion, one of the better bug beasts when it comes to design. But the abilities are what you would expect. It's like Larnak or Solix. It can divide up into hundreds of millions of bugs. This is actually the original one, actually. But unfortunately, I think it suffers from the fact that it's a special, so not many people have actually read it compared to beasts in the main series. Then again, later series beasts like series 22 will also suffer from that as well. So yeah, moving on. 5th place, we have Spyros the Ghost Phoenix. it's a phoenix. And if you know me well enough, you know I like my phoenixes, so I need to give respect for all phoenix beasts. And Spyros is just hands down a good beast. Its story was actually rather intriguing. Its fight wasn't against Spyros, but that's not a problem. And the abilities are basically the same as Epos, but she had one extra bit onto her, which was I think it was going through objects with the ghosty ability, which all ghost beast has. I'm gonna need to get some water after this recording. Fourth place, we have Epos the Flamebirds, the original Phoenix, so I had to put it higher than Spyros here. I stand by what I said in the ranking. Epos is better than Spyros, and Epos is also higher than Spyros for the simple reason it has helped out with Tom and Alina a lot more than Spyros has. Epos even helped find Spyros, so unfortunately Spyros just hasn't helped as much as Epos, but Spyros is still a great beast. Third place, oh god, these three, I love all three of them. But unfortunately I need to pick one. Third place we have Amixis the Bug Queen. It does have wings, so yeah, that counts. Like all of them do, actually. This one has the very good ability of camouflage, and it's a pretty important ability to have. Unfortunately, it didn't help her in Battle with the Beasts, but that's because its Slayer is actually later in this. And Amixis Slayer is later in this ranking, but also that Slayer's Slayer is also in this. It's also in this. So that's kind of a small circle there. Unfortunately, the Slayer's Slayer isn't in this because I believe the Slayer's Slayer was Torpix. So not here. So second place we have Carnivora the Winged Scavenger. Actually a great book with a great ending with the amazing fight of all the beasts of Tavarnia coming together to bring down Malvel and his army. It had a great fight of Tom versus Carnivora, as well as great abilities, and also did really good in Battle of the Beasts. Great design as well. By far my favourite of Series 7. Unfortunately, it suffers from... Hold on, what does it suffer from? Oh yes, I know. Nothing. Because it suffers from nothing. The ending to the actual series was sad, but also pretty good with the reveal that Freya and Silva were trapped in Tavarnia, and that kind of caused Series 8 to come into play to get the Tree of Being so then they could come back. Which I thought was good. I just wondered what Freya and Silva were doing in Tavarnia. But not going to be as interesting in Series 8 in my opinion. So, yeah, with Carnivora out of the way in second place, let's go to first place, being Vespiq the Wasp Queen. The slayer of Amixis in Battle of the Beasts, and Carnivora slayed Vespiq in Battle of the Beasts. So, kind of a small circle there. Unfortunately, Vespiq is the best. I always liked this book from day one. It was it was my favourite book in the original ranking of series of... it was my favourite book of books 1 to 60 when I did that ranking, and it was my favourite book from all of them from series 1 to 24. Unfortunately, the series as a whole pulls it down due to the story not being as good as the previous one, or the beasts not being as good as series 13. But Vespiq is still a great beast, and I always liked it for its diverse abilities and the amazing fights it had, along with the great design it has. I'll always be defending Vespiq because even though it is essentially a bug beast, so a bit weak, I will always like it because it doesn't change the fact that it is a badass beast. And then basically being an updated version of Amictus and a bit more technically kind of colourful with the more colours it has. I still need to give credit where it's due. It has what looks like to be a crown on top of its head to make it actually look like a queen. I'll show it again at the top there. But it does also look like lightning staff. So even though that's probably not a resemblance, it could be foreshadowing maybe to Kensa and Series 11. I guess maybe not. Don't know. That's just something I just pulled out of my ass right there. Anyway, that is actually all for this time, and that's all the videos I'm uploading for today. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that notification bell down in the corner below. Hope you liked all 3 of these rankings, all 3 separate videos, and I'll see you next time.